Hey there! Today I am bringing you a carnivore challenge video. So I wanted to try eating carnivore for 5 days to see if I felt any better, if I liked the way of eating, or if I could learn something. I just wanted to try it. A lot of people have been doing carnivore, switching from keto to carnivore, and have said they felt really good or don't have sweet cravings and all this stuff. So I just wanted to try it and see for myself. So this video is going to show day by day my weigh-ins. I'm going to go over how I felt, what I ate. I'll go over everything, the full experience. So hopefully you can learn about it and then decide if you want to try it yourself. So without further ado, we'll get into the first day. Day 1 of carnivore. Okay, so I'm getting ready for work. I just wanted to show you real quick what I have for lunch. I have a few slices of salami here. That's maybe like 10. And I have 2 little meatloafs from my meatloaf recipe. I'll put that in the cards. I have no idea what's going to be enough to eat, so I'm just going to bring that and hope it's enough. Okay, so I just got home from work. I ate all of the lunch that I showed you this morning. I'm about to make a couple things for me to eat. The first thing I'm gonna pop in the oven is this EJ's bacon. This one's the ends and bits. I've shown this in a grocery haul. I'll put it in the cards. If you haven't seen it, this is a heck of a good deal for so much bacon. It's 40 ounces. But anyways, this is what the nutrition looks like. 1 gram of carbs for 15 grams cooked. So I'm going to make some of this for right now, but also to put in my meatloaf for tomorrow, because my meatloaf is, I made it a while ago and it's just kind of bland now. So I'm going to add some bacon for my lunches to make it a little more exciting. Then I'm also going to have one of these Evergood hot link sausages. These are my favorite sausages. I love them so much. It is 2 grams of carbs though, for 1 link. So I'm going to have one of those and some bacon, and then I think I would be satiated. I'm not starving. I just have like this pain in my stomach from being hungry. So I'm gonna make all 4 of them just to eat throughout the week, but I'm gonna start with 1 and some bacon and see how I feel after that. Okay, so while my bacon is cooking in the oven, I'm just going to give you a little update of how today's going. I wasn't terribly hungry today. I was starting to get hungry at 10 because I had a early dinner last night, but I waited until 11 to have my meatloaf and my salami. So I had all of that. Well, I had the 2 meatloaf at 11, and then I think around 3 I had the salami. I wasn't terribly hungry when I had the salami, but I was just starting to feel hungry. But after I had my lunch, the meatloaf, I was craving just a little bit something sweet, because I normally have something sweet after I eat. So it went away after a little while though, but kind of here and there I've been craving something sweet, just slightly. It hasn't been crazy. But I'm thinking that after dinner, I'm probably going to be craving something sweet, because I normally do. But I do have a grape Powerade in the freezer, so I'm hoping that will kind of satisfy my sweet tooth as well as keep me hydrated, because I have had a headache all day, although that's probably because of my hair, but I'm hoping to not make my headache worse. So that being said, I think today's going pretty well. I don't feel like I've ate all that much, but I haven't been starving at all. So I feel pretty good about that. But anyways, that was a little update I wanted to give you. I'll show you what my dinner is going to look like before I eat that. Okay, so I have my dinner here. I have a mess of bacon. I started pulling it off of the tray from the oven. And I was like, oh, I'll just pull off the ones that were like more crispy because the rest I'm going to heat up in the microwave tomorrow. But that ended up being like a lot of it. So I think I only cooked it for 25 minutes, but these were pretty fatty pieces. So anyways, I have quite a bit of bacon there and then one little sausage. I'm pretty sure this is going to fill me up. But that is going to be what I eat. Boy, doesn't that look like a carnivore meal. Yeah, so that's all I'll have. Wish me luck. Hopefully I don't have any sweet cravings. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes since I had my dinner. After I had that bacon and after I had that sausage, I felt so tired. Very filling, but so tired. I don't know why. And I'm really craving dessert, so I'm so like bummed right now. But I'm gonna try and be strong. I want to do this challenge, so I'm hoping that I can get through the 5 days. But I'm gonna test my ketones right now because I'm curious to see if I'm in ketosis. I didn't test my ketones this morning, so I have nothing to reference, but okay, so I definitely put enough blood in there, so it's just not giving me a reading. I'm not gonna test it again. I'll test it tomorrow when I get up, and maybe I'll test it tomorrow when I get home and see if I'm in ketosis then. Day 2. That's not good. So I just got back from work and I was getting my dinner ready and I realized I should probably show like what this is before I make it. So I have here about a half pound of ham. I love ham. This is the brand. It's spilling everywhere since I already opened it. It's Greenfield natural meat, sliced uncured smoked ham. So it has 1 gram of carbs per 2 ounces. So that's pretty good for ham. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the stove. And then I'll tell you about how I'm feeling. I have to do this in 2 batches because I'm using my small pan. So I'm going to make some for today and some for tomorrow. So yesterday, after I ate that whole mess of bacon and a hot link sausage, I was feeling full, not like overly stuffed, like if I overate on a bunch of carbs. I wasn't feeling like that. I felt full, but then as like I was, I don't know, finishing up, I was just feeling exhausted, like so tired. It was ridiculous. So I was like, whew, I really need to sit down. So I sat down and I just was like so drowsy. I hadn't been tired all day before that. And then I had dinner and I was so tired. I just felt like tired from my chest and then just like everywhere else. I internally felt so tired. It wasn't like my body necessarily, like my limbs were like, oh, I can't move or anything. I just, inside my chest, I felt like I couldn't get enough air to make me feel satisfied because I was so tired. It was just, I was exhausted. It was awful. So yeah, I was just not feeling good at all. I haven't felt that bad since I was eating carbs like all the time and just like eating until I felt like I was sick. I really have not felt that bad in a long time. It was awful. And I didn't have a whole lot to eat. It was just what I had shown you that I was going to take to lunch with me, and then what I had shown you for dinner. And I know that was a lot of bacon, but bacon's not that filling, and I only had 1 other sausage. I didn't think I had any reason to be feeling that way, but it was awful. And then I made it through the night without having any sweets, and then I weighed myself this morning, and I had gained weight. So that really made me mad. I was really bummed about that, but I really want to do this for 5 days and see how I feel. There's got to be a time where I'm going to feel better. I've heard a lot of people saying that they feel so great, that they've lost so much weight doing carnivore, but I'm just not feeling it. So then this morning I got up. I've had a headache all day. I've taken some ibuprofen, it just is not going away. I took some Excedrin, just one, when I got home, just because I don't want to be up all night, but it's starting to subside a little bit, but I also haven't had dinner yet, so I don't know if that's going to spark another headache, but I was feeling so awful while I was at work. I almost went home sick, but I tried going to the store to get a Powerade and see if that helped. And it did it did a little bit for a little bit, and then I had to keep drinking. And I was already drinking twice as much water than I usually do in a day. So I just felt like I was gonna burst. And I felt so full of water and liquids. It was just, and I still felt awful. So anyways, I'm not feeling all that great about this 5-day challenge thing, but I'm going to try my best and get through it. I'm going to have dinner now with another Powerade and see how I feel. I'm not going to have bacon for dinner tonight, but I'll show you what I'm going to have. So I have 3 slices of that ham that I showed you, and this is about 2 of those hot link sausages that I showed you, the Evergood. I had sliced it up after yesterday. I had cooked them all, and I put 3 sausages into a container, chopped up like this. So I left some in the container, so I'm pretty sure this is 2. And then I have 3 thin slices of ham. Again, this doesn't look like a whole lot of food to me. I'm gonna see how I feel after I eat it, and if I'm still hungry, I'll probably just have some more ham and not the sausage. But that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm gonna have for dinner. I haven't been craving sweets all day today, so that's nice. We'll see how I feel after I eat dinner. I really hope tomorrow that I start feeling better, because I don't know if I can go 5 days feeling the way that I've been feeling. I definitely can't go 5 days at work feeling the way that I felt today. It was truly awful. So I'll try my best, see what happens. Day 3. Hey, so I'm getting ready for work today, and I just wanted to show you what I'm bringing to lunch. Up again on the scale, so that's fun. I'm bringing these 1.5 meatloafs, and then I'm also bringing some ham. That's what I made yesterday for dinner, so I chopped up a little bit just to make my meatloaf a little more interesting. And then I'm also gonna have some of this as a snack, just in case to hold me over till I get home. And then I'm gonna bring a Powerade with me, because yesterday I was feeling so awful I had to go to the store while I was at work to get a Powerade. So we'll see if I feel any better today. Today I'm not gonna have any bacon, so we'll see how that makes me feel. Hey, so I just got back from work, and I had some beef jerky that I showed you this morning, and I had, sorry, it's really smoky in here. I cooked up some sausages and some ham again for dinner tonight, and it's just like a little smoky in here. Anyways, I had my 1.5 meatloafs that I showed you this morning, and my beef jerky, and then I had some sliced up ham that made the meatloaf a little more edible, because the meatloaf I've had for like over a week, so it's getting kind of old. But anyways, I ate that for lunch. I felt a lot better today compared to yesterday. I still don't feel good. I feel a lot better when I'm doing keto, but at least today I wasn't so awfully dehydrated and feeling just like all I wanted to do was put my head down and shut my eyes. It wasn't that I was tired, it was just that I felt like my body was tired. Mentally, I wasn't tired at all, and I felt like I got enough rest, but just physically, I was so tired. It was just a really awful feeling. But I didn't feel like that today. I feel kind of like heavy today, and I don't exactly feel comfortable. And I did have a Powerade while I was at work again because I figured I should make sure I'm hydrated. My face has been getting really red and hot while I'm at work in the afternoon. It happened yesterday and it happened again today when someone was talking to me at work, and like I could feel it get red. It's not red right now, but it was really red earlier. It was awful. I don't know why that keeps happening, but I'm just not feeling all that great. But I'm definitely not craving sweets. I would like to have sweets because I love sweets, but I'm not craving sweets as if I were probably doing any other diet where I just couldn't have sweets. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm feeling. A little bit better today, but still not great. So I'll show you what I'm going to have for dinner right now. Okay, so I have 2 of these Evergood sausages. They're 2 carbs per link. So I have 2 of those over here. I just have them cut up, and then I have 3 slices of this bacon, same bacon that I had yesterday. Not bacon, oh my god, ham. Same ham that I had yesterday. It's really charred. I cooked it in the same grease for the sausages because the sausages are really spicy and yummy. So I'm going to eat that. That looks like it's going to be enough food for me today. And I'm really hoping that I'm not going to have another bad weigh-in tomorrow where I gain weight. If so, I'm going to have to do something different for day 4. I just can't keep gaining weight, so wish me luck. Okay, day 4, guys. Wish me luck. Oh my god. Finally it went down. Okay, so this morning I actually weighed in and lost weight. I can't believe it. Thank goodness. But I'm super hungry this morning, so I cooked up 3 over easy, probably they're over hard now, eggs. And since I did lose weight, later I will test my ketones and see what they're at, because I tested them I think the first day or after the first day and they didn't change. So I'm gonna have this. For lunch, I'm bringing 3 hard-boiled eggs, some pepperoni, a lot of pepperoni actually, and some salami. It's down there. I'm not sure how filling the eggs are going to be, so I wanted to bring pepperoni and salami too. That's what I'm going to eat so far, and then I'll check in when I get home from work. Hey, so I just got home from work, and I wanted to show you what I had left from the lunch that I brought. I ate quite a bit of the salami, but only had a few of the pepperoni. So there's still quite a bit in there. I just really wanted to bring more than enough. So I had some of that. I had my 3 hard-boiled eggs, and then I also had a little bit of beef jerky, like in between eating. So I haven't tested my ketones since the first day where I tested low. So I'm going to go ahead and try testing my ketones now before I eat, just to see what they're at. I haven't had a Powerade today, although I know that doesn't affect my ketones anyways, since I've tested that already. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now. Okay, fingers crossed. So I did lose weight from yesterday. So I thought maybe I'd be in ketosis, but I guess not. So anyways, I didn't have any bacon yesterday, so I'm thinking that might be what it is. I've noticed when I'm doing keto anyways, I tend to gain weight when when I eat bacon. I don't eat bacon all that much, but when I do, I've noticed that. So I think I'm just going to make sure to not have bacon in my keto diet. But today for dinner, I'm going to have a little bit of sausage, 2 eggs, and 3 slices of ham. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I have my 2 eggs. I have my hot links here. It's about 1 link, I believe. And then I have my 3 slices of ham, same that I've had yesterday. And I think the day before, maybe it was just yesterday, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. Okay, so other than my dinner, how I felt today, I still got a headache about at 11 midday before I had lunch. I still had quite a bit of water, twice as much water as I usually have. I didn't have a Powerade while I was at work. I was feeling kind of the same way that I felt yesterday. Not horrible, not like how I was feeling the first 2 days, but just not great. I feel better when I'm doing keto. But other than that, I haven't noticed that I am less hungry than when I'm doing keto. I honestly thought that was going to be a benefit, but I haven't noticed being any less hungry. I feel like I still eat 2 meals a day, except actually today I'm having 3 meals because I had breakfast this morning. I forgot about that. But anyways, yeah, I haven't noticed like my hunger decreasing. I haven't had any like crazy cravings for sweets. I have like last night I wanted to have something sweet after having dinner. It wasn't like, I was driving myself crazy wanting to have something sweet, but I did want something sweet. That desire was still there. And even when I'm at work, I still crave like a little sugar-free candy or something sweet. It's not, I don't feel like my sweet cravings are any more or less than how they normally are when I'm doing keto. It's just when I do keto, I could satisfy those sweet cravings by having a keto treat. So that's kind of how my day went. I'm gonna go ahead and have my dinner, and I'm still looking forward to tomorrow because it's my last day doing carnivore. Whoop whoop. So I'll go ahead and see you guys tomorrow when I do my weigh-in. Day 5. Oh my. So this is the morning of day 5. I took the day off today because I'm going to go to my hometown and visit with some family, which is also something I'm concerned about today, but I'll get into that in a second. My weigh-in this morning was super great. I was really excited about that. Like, I'm finally losing weight. I'm making this morning for breakfast right now 3 over easy eggs, and I'll probably make 2 pieces of bacon, or not bacon, 2 pieces of ham. I'm thinking, since I'm going to my hometown today, I am wanting to make sure I am prepared. So I am going to have a kind of big breakfast, even though the whole reason I'm going to my hometown is to have lunch with a few family members. But I think we're going to go to a steakhouse, even though my little sister is vegan. So I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm pretty sure we're going to go to a steakhouse because that's what my mom had mentioned to me. So I should be okay, but you never know when I'm around my family. Like, they can change things. So I want to make sure I'm prepared. So I'm going ahead and making a big breakfast just in case. I just flipped my eggs and basically destroyed one of them. Anyways, so I'm going to have a big breakfast because I'm not sure that I'll be able to have something carnivore for lunch, especially the way that I'm doing carnivore, where it's just like basically no seasonings, no sauces, just meat. So I am having big breakfast, might skip on lunch, and then when I go to my grandma's house, I might just make up a couple eggs there. I'm also going to bring with me some jerky. Now, the problem is with the jerky that I have at my home, because I left my other jerky at work, is that this one is bacon jerky. And I'm trying to stay away from bacon because I had bacon the first 2 days that I was doing the carnivore diet and I was gaining weight. So I'm going to bring this as an emergency, but my grandma should have something like sausage or chicken or some sort of meat that I should be able to eat anyway. So I think I'll be okay. But I just want to be prepared because when I'm not prepared, I fall off whatever my goal is for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my breakfast and then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so I decided to make 3 pieces of ham. So I have my 3 eggs there and 3 pieces of ham. This is definitely a big breakfast. I think my biggest breakfast this week, but I get so scared when I go to my hometown because I just never know what to expect, and there's a lot of temptation around, and my family doesn't understand keto, so they're always trying to get me to eat sweets and things. So I just want to make sure like I'm full and I'm going to be okay for the rest of the day. Not really the rest of the day, but I'll be okay long enough to be able to get to somewhere where I can eat something. So I did have 3 pieces of ham and the 3 eggs. I woke up super hungry this morning, even though I had 3 meals yesterday. So I don't know. I just am hungry and want to make sure I'm prepared. So that's why I have the meal. I also feel, I don't want to say energized because I still don't feel energized, but I feel more energetic than I have in previous days. I think because today is the last day and I have it off, and I'm excited to visit with family. So I don't think it's because of my diet at all that is giving me more energy, because I really haven't felt more energetic all week. It's really been the opposite. I felt not tired, but just like I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like I had energy to do anything. Whether that may be true or not, I don't know. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and then I'll pop in towards the end of the day to let you know how my trip went to my hometown and if I was able to stay carnivore or not. I hope so, because otherwise I would have done 5 days for nothing to just ruin it at the end. So I'm gonna do good and stay on carnivore, but I'll let you know what I ate. I'll try and take a picture too so you can see. Day no, because I'm not doing it anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you saw my weigh-in this morning. Pretty upsetting. So I'll kind of explain what happened yesterday on my day 5. I was going to see family, like I had mentioned, and I actually did stay carnivore, and that's why my my weight gain is so frustrating, is because I didn't even have anything sweet or go off of carnivore. I just had too much meat. So I had my breakfast and was very well prepared for my day. I ended up having lunch around 3 o'clock, which is really late for me to have lunch, even when I have breakfast in the morning. And I had gotten some snacks to hold me over until lunch, and I found these jerky sticks. This is how big they were. It's from just here to here. And the carb count on these sticks were better than a serving of the jerky I was eating while I was at work and actually was losing weight. So I thought it would be fine. And I know it said paleo, but I thought it would be just fine. So I got one to hold me over, and then I got a second one just in case, and I ended up eating that before lunch, I believe. These are actually not bad. They're pretty tender, but they're not, I mean, they're kind of keto friendly, but I wouldn't use 4 grams of carbs for a meat stick. I feel like you could find a better one. But anyways, I had those two after or before my lunch. Then I had my lunch. I had 1 pound of tri-tip. And the tri-tip didn't taste like it was seasoned. It had like some sort of seasoning around the edges, but it just kind of cut off that seasoning. 1, because it was kind of like charred, and 2, because I didn't know what seasonings they used. But even though we went to a barbecue place, it didn't have barbecue sauce on it. It came with like an au jus sauce, but I didn't use it. So I just had a pound of tri-tip. That's it. So I was really happy about that, because I was able to go out with my family and still be able to stick to this week's plan. So I did that. That was great. And then went back to my grandma's place and hung out with my family more there. Well, my family likes to share food and eat food a lot and snack and have desserts and all this stuff. I didn't partake in any of that, okay? But for me, being around that is really triggering for me. So I was experiencing a lot of cravings because I was seeing all these people eating all this different food, and I was worried I was going to eat something that was not carnivore. So I went back to the store and I got, instead of getting a beef stick like this, I got a bag that had smaller chunks. It was probably like that big of pieces. It didn't have a whole lot in there, like maybe 6 ounces. It wasn't a whole lot. And I didn't think much of it, but I did eat that because I wasn't thinking I was going to have dinner. Well, after I had that, I was still feeling like I might slip up and eat something I wasn't supposed to. So I made a couple sausages at my grandma's place, and they had less carbs, half the carbs, than the hot link sausages that I've been eating all week. So I thought that was fine too. So I had 2 of those, and then I was done. I was done for the day. I did have 2 Powerades throughout the day, but I've been doing that, and it was fine. So anyways, that's what I had, and I recognized that I did have more meat than I have been having in the past days, but I didn't think that would cause the weight gain that it did. So if you're wondering like, I think Mary had slipped up, I really didn't feel like I did. I still stayed carnivore. I just had more food than I normally would if I didn't have like all these triggers kind of around me. So I felt really good going into the morning of day 6, but then I stepped on the scale and was so disappointed. So I'll go over the results now of the entire carnivore challenge. I will say like my starting weight and then what I lost each day. So, and then I'll kind of tell you how I feel about it. So day 1, I weighed in at 138.0, and then day 2, I weighed in the morning at 138.2. So that was an increase of 0.2 pounds from my day 1 of carnivore. So then day 3, I weighed in at 138.4. So that's another 0.2 increase from my day 2 of eating. Then on day 4, I weighed in at 137.8, which was a weight loss of 0.6 pounds from my day 3 eating. And then day 5, I weighed in at 136.0, which was a weight loss of 1.8 pounds from my day 4 of eating. Then on the morning after my last day of carnivore, I weighed in at 137.4, which was an increase of 1.4 pounds. So for the entire carnivore challenge, the 5 days that I did it, my total weight gain or weight loss was a weight loss of 0.6 pounds. So, knowing that, I don't feel like this was worth it. I am glad I tried it because I've been hearing a lot about people trying carnivore and sticking with it, really liking it, feeling really good. I felt horrible the entire time I was doing carnivore. I felt like I didn't have any desire to do anything other than just go to bed and have the day be over, which is just an awful feeling to have. So that in and of itself makes carnivore really not for me. But on top of that, I was getting dehydrated a lot, so I was having headaches every day. I get dehydrated very easily, so when I have more meat in my diet, apparently I get dehydrated to the extreme. So I had headaches every day. I was trying to drink as much water as I can and as much electrolytes as I could. I was having twice as much water as I usually have, and some days 3 times as much water as I have on a normal day, and it seemed like it just wasn't good enough. It also felt like my body was retaining water because I wasn't going to the bathroom a lot, so I don't know why that was, but I just didn't feel good. I felt like I always had a headache. I don't want to say I was low energy because I was sleeping just fine, but it was as if I was tired. Like my body was physically tired, but my mind wasn't tired. So it really just felt like eating meat and only meat removed my will to do anything other than just lay down and wait for the day to be over, which I don't like. So carnivore is definitely not for me, but I was really expecting to feel differently because I've heard of so many other people really liking it, and I was hoping that it would be beneficial for me to do. And then because I was really suffering that whole 5-day span, I only lost 0.6 pounds, which is like extra discouraging, because it was harder than any of the challenges I've done thus far. The juice cleanse or the egg fast. I didn't enjoy the egg fast, but this was a lot harder than that. And I'll put the egg fast in the cards if you haven't seen it, because I would prefer doing that over this to kind of reboot. The entire time I was doing this, I was craving keto food and keto sweets. Not like to a crazy extent, just I really missed eating things other than meat. I felt like I was eating only part of a meal instead of like a well-balanced meal, if that makes sense. So I was just wanting to go back to keto the entire time I was doing carnivore. I did not enjoy this at all, but I wanted to try it. I'm glad I tried it. Now I know, for me, I don't feel like it helps me with weight loss. I feel like I could have lost more if I was just being more conscious of my keto foods that I was eating. But I at least tried it, and now I know it's not for me. And I just feel even stronger about my feelings towards keto, and that this is definitely the right diet for me. I'm still playing with the foods that I've incorporated into my diet for keto. And I think the next challenge I will do will be a keto slim down to try and see if I can just really decrease my amount of total carbs and see how much that affects my weight. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. Please put it in the comment section if you have a specific challenge in mind, like if it's OMAD or intermittent fasting, which I haven't done in a while, or I don't know, any ideas you guys have. I like trying new things because I feel like it helps me learn about my body. So there might be some people out there that, feel like, they get dehydrated easily. So maybe carnivore wouldn't be for them or whatever. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Oh, another thing about carnivore, I forgot. My face was feeling hot so much, and my hands were feeling hot throughout the day. Like my body would be really cold, but I would feel like my face was flush, or my hands were burning, but I would feel them and they wouldn't feel hot to me, just like inside my hands it felt hot. So that was really weird too, and not pleasant to experience. But anyways, please tell me your thoughts about this video. I would love to know if this is helpful at all. I really enjoy doing things like this because it really allows me to challenge myself, but also, like I said, learn about myself. And I'm really just trying to learn. That's the whole point of why I created my channel, is I want to learn and help, hopefully. So let me learn from you by you guys sharing in the comment section, and then hopefully my experiences will help you in some way. That's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.